Hello and welcome. This is part 2 of how to become an expert trend trader in 30 seconds flat. In part 1, yesterday's video, I showed you how to get started with it and that we rely on the 144 EMA as well as a 12 EMA to get us going with this, and I explained the reason why. If you haven't watched the video yet, I highly recommend you do, because this video is a continuation of part 1. All right, without further ado, let's now make this even an absolute guaranteed stronger signal than what we already discovered in part 1. Again, let me get myself out of the way here. There we are. So we have our 1 hour chart, our daily chart, excuse me, and we are set with the 144 and with the 12 EMA, and I already explained all the premises of how this works and how this triggers buy, sell, and so forth, and how you can define uptrend and downtrend. Again, watch the first video, part 1. So now, how we make this unequivocally, absolutely, positively certain that this is really in an uptrend? Well, we're going to do, and how strong the signal really is. We're going to do two things to make that happen. Number one, we're going to change this to a 15-minute chart. And again, by the way, this works on any trading platform. I'm using MetaTrader 4 because that's what I've been using for nearly 20 years. But it works on any trading platform because we're using just basic default moving average indicators. So we set this to M15, 15 minutes. We're adding a new chart for the same currency pair or the same commodity, whatever you trade. And we set this to, instead of M15, we set this to the 1 hour. So there you go. Now I'm going to go to Windows and I'm going to tile my windows so that I have both open windows next to each other. Here's the M15 and here is the H1, the 1 hour. I don't need that 1 hour one to be this big. I'll make it a little smaller. So I'm going to shrink this up. Maybe it's all about right here this time. I also don't need to have the bars this big, so I make them a little smaller. There you go, it's perfect. And now I shrink this up all the way up to here. Perfect, because this here, the M15, is going to become my actual trading chart. So what do we do now on the H1? We're going to add the exact same 144 EMA to it. So we click on add the indicator, we click moving average, we choose 144. You pick whatever color you want, whatever line thickness you want, make sure it's exponential, EMA, click on OK, and there you go, done. Now when you look at this setup right here, first you look at the 1 hour, then at the 15-minute. If the 1 hour 144 is in the exact same direction as the 15-minute 144, you have absolutely, without any argument, the trend in that direction of the 144. In this case, it is clearly going up right here, and it's clearly going up right here. So we have, no doubt about it, an uptrend. What does this tell us? We need to look for buy entries only. Now, to make this even stronger than it already is, what we want to do next is we want to define the signal being very strong as well. By the way, the reverse is obviously also true. If the 144 on the 1 hour chart goes down and the 144 on the 15-minute chart is also down and prices below, we have without a doubt a downtrend, and we look for only sell signals. As you can see right here, I just want to point this out real quick. This is clearly a no trading zone. We only take above or below, nothing else. This thing we don't go for. So and you see how visible that is on a 1 hour chart, where it may be not so visible on a 15-minute chart. Hence why we also use the one, even if I were to, by the way, shrink the 15-minute chart down a little bit, let's see, I'll just even go any further than that. So, oh, looks like I'm frozen actually, believe it or not, nothing's moving all of a sudden. So even if we were to shrink this down, we're not going to see the same result as what we see on the 1 hour chart. Hence, we need the 1 hour chart. So now I said to determine that the signal that we have here is equally strong. What we want to do next is to add one more moving average on the 15-minute chart that will now allow us to really determine how strong momentum is. And after all, momentum is what we need to get a good solid trade. To get this kind of runs right here that you see right here, we need to get these kind of runs that you see right here, we need to have good momentum right here. So, you know, let's do this. What we do now, we add on the 15-minute chart yet another moving average, but well, I guess I am frozen, so I got to start this crap all over again. Hopefully not. Maybe that's my mistake. All right, we continue. So we're going to the moving average right here. Sorry about that mess up there. I'm not a video expert. I'm a trader, and you can tell by my videos. I try to do my best, but okay. We're going to moving average again. We add now 169 exponential. Choose the color that you like, the width that you like of the line thickness. Click on OK, and now look what you got. All of a sudden, you got a roadway right here. Excuse me. You see where the tunnel, where this began right here, and then how this gradually goes wider and wider and wider. It like spreads out. This is called a tunnel. What I just highlighted in whatever color this is, orange, red, I'm colorblind. Yeah, no joke. And so this is what's called a tunnel. And the wider the tunnel is, the stronger momentum, the better the buy signal or the sell signal will be, the stronger the quality, and the higher the chance that this will actually end up giving us a trade like this. So this is the nutshell of all of this. And this particular thing that you have right here, right now, actually has a very specific name. It's called the Vegas Tunnel Strategy. No, I'm not making this up. This is literally what this is called. The Vegas, like Las Vegas, the Vegas Tunnel Strategy. Tunnel comes from the two EMAs here. And Vegas, I have no clue where that word, why they use that word, but that is what it's called. Now, in the next video, part 3, we're going to talk about different things that can happen and what you should look out for. Let's see if I can shrink this down. I was sitting wrong somehow. No, it doesn't go further than that, or am I wrong again? Here we go. I hate to say it, the drawing tool that comes with this video recording software I'm using is not very good, but I don't know of any other one that is easy to use. Like I said, I'm not a video editor and I don't want anything complex. So that's it. I shrunk it down. This is what you want to pay attention to. When you now see the tunnel collapsing right here, this is no trading. This right here mimics this right here. You don't want to trade. This is flat. There is no movement. The market is dead. The market is still. You don't want to trade this. You want to have a tunnel. You also don't want to enter at the start of the tunnel. That's also a no-no. You want to wait until the tunnel has opened up a little bit, like you see here, and it is giving you clear indication that it's widening. At this point, you enter. which preferably would have been right around here somewhere, and then you just let it ride until such time that you're ready to get out of it. So it's really that simple. Here's another thing. Let's see if I can shrink it up even further more. Then you can see that as well. Here you go. The tunnel is close together. Let me draw some lines so you get to see this. The tunnel is close together. It opens a little bit, but it's not a lot. Then it shrinks again, opens tiny bit, shrinks again, tiny bit, shrinks again, all shrinks, stay shrunk, and then it finally opens up. So all this area right here was a flat market that began with the tunnel collapsing right here at this point. We had still, as you watch the market flow, it goes down. Here the tunnel is white. It starts to gradually collapse right here, and then it just stayed collapsed all the way up to here, and then it finally took off again. This is how this whole trading strategy works, and it works remarkably well. But there is one requirement. If you haven't spotted it yet, I kind of showed it to you already without really mentioning it. Patience. Patience, patience, patience. That's why we use the Vegas tunnel strategy with the British pound yen, because it's a fast moving currency pair, excuse me, and we only use this strategy during London and New York hours, from the open of London, which my time is 8 in the morning, all the way through, no, not even 8 in the morning, what am I saying? It's like GMT time, 8 in the morning, all the way through to London time, 22 hours when New York closes. But we do not take 22 hours, we take 20 hours, because we do not want the New York with Sydney overlap. We only want strictly from the start of the London Open to just before the New York overlap begins with Sydney, which happens to be 20. And that's what we use this strategy on. It has the best results, the best momentum. It's absolutely easy to trade. You are now not only a trend trading expert, but you have an absolute strategy to trade the trend that very, very few people even heard about, leave alone know about. So tomorrow, hopefully, maybe not until Friday even, but I'm going to try. If I can tomorrow, I'll finish this up with part 3, and you're going to like it. I promise you, you will. I want to make a quick shameless plug. I started a new segment where I give you, the viewer, the opportunity to ask me any Forex trading question you would like to ask me. Free of charge, no cost whatsoever. All you have to do is head on over to my website, blackbeardog.com, and fill in the small questionnaire. It's really, really short. And once a week, I will review the questions, and the one that I think will benefit viewers the most, I will make a video about it, post it here on YouTube, and of course, I will give due recognition to the individual that asked the question. All right, so that's a new thing that I just started. So let's see what we get there. I think a lot of viewers will benefit from that. All right, this is Lloyd with Black Bear Dog Trading. As always, wishing you well, stay safe. I'm glad you're part of my team, and God bless.